Hey guys, in this video I'm going to review the 9th book of the Vampire Chronicles series, and it is my personal favorite book of the series, and that is Blackwood Farm. Blackwood Farm is about Tarquin Blackwood, also known as Quinn. He's a member of a very rich family in New Orleans, the Blackwoods, and he has been haunted by a ghost. He has a ghost that is attached to him spiritually, to where no matter where he is, he sees the ghost, and he names this ghost Goblin. And he becomes a vampire by a very interesting story. I don't know if it's as interesting as Marius' story, but I loved his story of how he would see this old mansion out in the swamps, but this abandoned mansion would have lights on, and he would always wonder what's going on. So he would take his boat out there to find out what it is about this mansion and why this abandoned house seems to have someone in it, even though everyone swears there's no one in there. And then he runs into one of the most unique vampires that happens to be living in this old house. It is Petronia, who happens to be a hermaphrodite. And if you don't know what a hermaphrodite is, it's someone that has both male and female genitalia. And she's a vampire, and she turns Quinn, or Tarquin, also known as Quinn, into a vampire. And through the story, Quinn wants to get rid of this ghost that's been haunting him, because it's not only haunting him, it's kind of molesting him in the way, because it does what to him, like in the shower and other things. So he's ready to get rid of this ghost or goblin, so he runs into Lestat. And Lestat agrees to help him, because Quinn tells him his life story, and he says, okay, I'll help you. So Lestat tries to take care of this goblin, and he can't do it by himself, so in comes Merrick from the book Merrick Mayweather, or Merrick Mayfair. I don't know why I want to call it Mayweather all the time. Anyway, Merrick Mayfair agrees that she's going to do a spell to get rid of Goblin once and for all. But does it work? What's the outcome? That's what you find out in this story. And I love Blackwood Farm. It's not a fan favorite, but it spoke to me very much. So much so that I have a daughter who I named Quinn. And it was directly inspired by Tarquin Blackwood in this character. I love Quinn, and I always said that if I had another kid, I'm going to name Quinn somewhere in that name. That's how much this book means to me. It's just an interesting story about a kid that has ghost haunting, becomes a vampire in the swamps, and then he wants help to get rid of this ghost. I always said it was the vampire with a ghost, so it's kind of made him unique that he had this ghost attached to him. So not only a vampire, but he has a ghost haunting him too. And who this ghost is was a surprise to some. I don't really remember if I was too shocked to find out what this ghost was, but it was an interesting twist nonetheless. And I love the story about how Quinn had to go out into the swamps and go to this old abandoned house, and he met this very unique vampire, to say. And just everything about this book really made me love it. And with a title like Blackwood Farm, I didn't know what it was going into it, but at the end of the day, Blackwood Farm became my favorite book of the series. So much so that Quinn had to be one of my children's names. So if that doesn't say anything, I don't know what does. So with all that said, Blackwood Farm, personally for me, gets a 5 out of 5. Love it, and I recommend you guys read it. It's a really cool book that actually does have a fan base. Like I said, it's not really a fan favorite, but it does have followers, so much so that Quinn doesn't really show up after the next book, and people ask, what happened to Quinn? So if people didn't care, they wouldn't ask, so that speaks alone for itself too, I guess. Anyway, that's my short review of Blackwood Farm. Really cool book, and I'll see you later, guys. Bye.